Now, the first wave of U.S. tariffs on Chinese exports will take effect on July 6th. This is according to a statement from the U.S. Trade Representative. China has vowed to strike back with tariffs on an equal amount of U.S. exports, marking a new milestone in a conflict that has truly spooked global markets. Kim Hye-sung with the details.
It's D-Day. The U.S. is set to slap tariffs on Chinese goods on Friday, the first shot in a trade war between the world's two biggest economies. Starting Friday, the U.S. will tax around 800 Chinese products that are worth $34 billion a year. Beijing has set retaliatory tariffs on around 545 U.S. goods ranging from soybeans to pork, also worth around $34 billion, will go into effect immediately after the U.S. acts. It could mark a new phase of a trade conflict that has roiled global markets in recent days. President Trump has repeatedly decried the U.S. trade deficit with China, which totaled over $375 billion last year. In mid-June, Trump said the U.S. would begin charging two rounds of tariffs. First, a 25% tariff on $34 billion of goods that's followed by another round of tariffs on $16 billion of Chinese imports. China has vowed to respond with equivalent tariffs on $16 billion of U.S. products, including soybeans, other farm crops, dairy products, and automobiles, targeting American farmers who overwhelmingly backed Trump in the 2016 election. With further tit-for-tat levies already threatened between the U.S. and China, experts are concerned it will mark the start of a trade war that spreads globally, which could hurt the South Korean economy.
South Korea trades 37% of its exports with China and the US. In particular, it sells a lot of intermediary goods to China that are made into final goods and exported to the US. Growing trade tensions, tit-for-tat measures between Washington and Beijing could slow down South Korea's real economy.
Fitch Ratings estimates a full-blown trade war between the G2 could cost the world economy $2 trillion. Kim Hye-sung, Arirang News.